Hi, apologies for the delay. All right, so I have my the actual computer laptop a little bit further away. And so the laptop's a little bit further away, and I was trying to quickly connect my Bluetooth keyboard, but it was proving it was taking way too long. Oh, let me just double check and make sure that sound is coming through great. Awesome. Good. Okay. Everything's a little bit different because I have new tech. So thank you for your patience and thank you for being here today. This is the camera, that's the computer. So if you see me looking up, I'm just praying. So thank you for being here. We're going to be moving through, or I will be guiding here a brief 15-minute mindfulness meditation. So, all about finding rather, observing without attaching any value judgment to what you observe. That doesn't mean that if you're observing something and something feels off in the body, that you don't shift and adjust. It doesn't mean that if you hear something concerning that you don't get up and move and address that. But it's more about the internal noise. So whatever is going on physically, mentally, emotionally, again, we can shift and adjust for physical comfort, but mental and emotional discomfort is not always so easy to shift and adjust. Sometimes we first have to accept where we're at before we can discern what it is that we need in order to shift and adjust. And sometimes we just really need acceptance, especially when it comes to our emotional space. Sometimes we just need those emotions validated, to be told it's okay, not that we're emotionally reactive, but rather that we accept the emotions that rise up so that we're not so reactive to those emotions. We can say, okay, I'm feeling some frustration, I'm feeling some anger, and that is okay. I'm not going to resist that anger. I'm not going to react negatively because of that anger, that frustration, or whatever, what we quote or what we often label as negative emotion. Sadness. Sometimes we can have uh, reaction to deep sadness, um, trauma that might come up. So again, we're not reacting. We're not reacting negatively, causing more harm to ourselves or to others because of the emotional space that we're in, but rather we're accepting the emotional space that we're in. And maybe we're in a joyful space. Maybe we've had a beautiful holiday and we're enjoying. We've enjoyed spending time with family or friends, with loved ones. And so we're feeling a heightened, what we might label positive sense of emotion. So again, whatever you're feeling, perfectly valid. With all of that said, thank you for being here. Whether you're following on Twitch, subscribed on YouTube, connected on LinkedIn, or following on Facebook, thank you for being here. Let's find a comfortable place to be in the body, seated or lying down, whatever feels best here for you. And again, feel free to shift things around in your physical space, maybe shift your body so that you can find comfort, ease, and just bringing attention to whatever you're feeling in your physical space. So, noticing the air on your skin. Here, if you keep your eyes open to whatever degree you have access to your sense of sight, you might notice what is around you, the objects, the colors, textures, and shapes. Just taking in your physical space through your senses, noticing what you hear, option to close your eyes, and bringing gentle awareness to the support beneath your body. Here, aware of your sense of safety in the space. Notice any lack of safety in the space. And again, attaching no value judgment to how you're feeling in this moment, simply noticing what is. What are you feeling here and now? Allowing yourself to feel, be, however you are. Bringing attention to your breathing, noticing your inhale, your exhale. Are you breathing quickly or slowly or evenly? How does it feel to breathe in? Is there an ease of breath in, or is there any resistance or restriction? How does it feel to breathe out? Is there ease of exhale or any resistance or restriction as you breathe out? Notice any shift in the breath as you bring your attention there. Noticing your physical space, your physical body as you breathe in, what moves? How does your body move as you inhale? And what moves? How does your body move as you exhale? Aware of any aromas on the air around you. And then gentle awareness to your mental space, the thoughts that come and go. Aware of busyness or calmness or quietness of mind. Where does the mind wander? Does it wander? Are you thinking of the past? Maybe reimagining how you might have said something or done something differently in the past. Maybe a moment of being proud of yourself for what you've said or what you've done in the past. Are you thinking of the future? Running through a to-do list in your mind, noting a goal and how you might accomplish that goal. Just notice what is happening in your mind, what thoughts arrive in this moment. Again, we're not trying to push anything away, force ourselves to be present, but we're simply noticing what's happening presently in the mind. And in that way, becoming present with our mental space. Noticing here connection between thought and emotion. Is there a sense of overwhelm of thought or contentedness? Is your mind focused on this moment? Noticing any rumination of thought, any frustration attached to rumination of thought. Again, not trying to force, shift, or change, just noticing what is here and now. And then gentle awareness to your emotional space. Notice those emotions that come in, that go. Notice any resistance to leaning into your emotional space or observing your emotional space. Notice any resistance to fully feeling. Observe any intellectualizing of emotion. And then noticing any resistance or any acceptance of release of emotion or emotional expression. If you feel that you want to cry for sadness or for joy, do you feel free to cry? Or is there some resistance? Do you feel free to smile, to laugh? If you're in a place of joy, of excitement, or is there any resistance to expressing that emotion? While we don't want to be negatively reactionary to our emotions, we can certainly express our emotions in healthy ways through tears, through laughter, through movement, through stillness. And then returning your attention back to your physical space, noticing any tension or ease in the body. Where do you feel strong? Where do you feel you could be stronger? Where do you feel supported in your body? Where do you feel unsupported? Where do you feel relaxed? Where do you feel tense? Where do you feel pain? Where do you feel ease? Bringing your attention again to your breathing. Notice your inhale. Notice your exhale. And here, if your eyes are closed, gently blinking open your eyes, inviting gentle movement back to your body. Maybe a sway of the torso, a roll of the shoulders, a wiggle of your fingers and toes. And then here, placing left hand over heart, right hand over left. Notice your heartbeat. Notice your lungs moving breath through the body. Together, we take a big breath in, relaxing your arms, open mouth exhale. Big breath in through the nose. Sigh it out, let go. And we'll close with an Om together, breathing in through the nose. Moving forward into the rest of your day with mindful awareness of your physical, mental, emotional, and perhaps spiritual space. As always, thank you for being here. Thank you so much for meditating with me. If you are following me here on apologies, moving things around to get closer to the computer. If you're following me here on Twitch, thank you so much for following. If you're subscribed on YouTube, thank you so much for subscribing. You can help me reach my goal of 25 followers on Twitch by liking and on YouTube. Okay. On YouTube, if you're not subscribed, certainly by subscribing, and then, of course, by liking, sharing, by also interacting in the comments in a relevant way. So, relevant to the practices that we're doing. Whether you're following me for the pause, practice, play, our mindful movement practices, that I'm guiding daily or this meditation for Misfits, these daily guided meditation practices. So, as always, wherever you're finding me, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for being you. Take care of yourselves out there. Peace.